A few days ago, the official Need for Speed Twitter account pulled a Saints Row reboot where they went online and decided to attack their customers in an attempt to be funny. This, of course, infuriated people, and all of their posts were destroyed by upset fans of their franchise, and now they've decided to erase the posts they made, hoping to gain goodwill back with their customers. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So this article by Xfire says official Need for Speed Twitter account calls fans milkshake brain, later apologizes. It says social media managers need to be tactful and eloquent enough to be able to tell someone to go take a hike and make them look forward to the trip. But it appears the individual behind the official Need for Speed Twitter account has no such qualifications. Either that or they've forgotten to take their chill pill for the day. When I initially saw the tweets that they made, I wasn't that shocked, but I was disappointed because the more that companies do this, the less of their games that I want to play. I understand that every, company has multiple people running their social media most of the time, but there are some games where it's only really one person running official accounts. Look at Saints Row Reboot. As far as we know, there was only one community manager running all of the social media, and they decided to attack fans, call us awful things, and then hide behind a privated account, which shouldn't be allowed. You are running an account with thousands upon thousands of followers. You should have to take the heat that you started, that you asked for. But with the Need for Speed account, we are talking about a massive company account here. We are talking about one with over 700,000 followers. So you'd think that they would be very good at their job, or at least better than this individual was. But it says, as for Need for Speed Unbound inches closer to its release date, the account confirmed pre-ordering the Palace edition of the upcoming racing sim will grant its owners early access on November 29th, 3 days earlier than the release date. However, one sassy fan pointed out that nobody really asked for the latest announcement tweet, saying, hold on, what did we ask for and what did you listen to exactly? To pay more to get 3 days early access? And the initial tweet triggered an argument between both parties that led to the understandably surprised fan being called milkshake brain and being told that reading is fundamental. Now, I can tell that these tweets were supposed to be funny because most of the responses are memes, but at the same time, this isn't coming from a personal Twitter account like mine. It's coming from an official company account, like I mentioned, with over 700,000 followers. EA over the year has made a lot of bad decisions and has upset gamers with their shitty monetization systems in games. The way they view us only as wallets pushes people away from their titles, and they need as much goodwill as they can get, but having your social media managers going on accounts and calling people milkshake brains for criticizing a real issue is ridiculous. People were upset because if you pre-ordered the $80 version of the game, you're getting 3 days early access. People are spending a lot of money on your game already, and they expect people to pay more for early access. That really doesn't sit well with fans. Many people, myself included, think that that should be a benefit for anyone buying any version of the game early, but it's not. Whenever games have early access locked behind a paywall, companies get roasted for it, and basically everyone hates EA, so they're going to take even more heat over it. But they decided to post this apology on their Twitter saying, we admit we got a bit caught up in the hype for launch, and some of our recent social media replies crossed the line. To those fans we upset, we apologize. We will do better. See you here next week. Now, the responses to this apology are pretty mixed. There are some people saying you shouldn't apologize, it is what it is, bullies shouldn't be tolerated or coddled, and some people are saying we're glad that you apologized because you did push it a little bit too far. And I understand, again, that these were like meme templates, but they didn't come across as jokes or funny. They just came across as massively insulting, and it did upset people. Again, it's not coming from a personal account. It's coming from an official Twitter account. But going through the comment section, there, again, are a lot of people mixed here. The first reply says, "This is not crossing any line. Do not apologize for this and do not punish the guy who did it. Bullies should not be tolerated or coddled." And then people are saying things like, "While smug and arrogant, Kylo," which was the original replier that was called a milkshake brain, "he didn't throw the first punch. You don't flat out attack your customer base. They were simply unprofessional, lowering themselves and a whole company to the level of an internet troll. It's a pathetically bad look." Yeah, sorry, but you need to learn in Advertising and Communication 101 that insulting people on your company's social media feed is not something that you should do. Somebody said, "Sad to see such a beloved series of mine go down this road. I just cannot hope for the success of this game. I don't get what happened to Need for Speed, but the rails are off. I'll stick to many other racing games out there. No way, y'all should go all in, become even more toxic. The customer is always wrong." This person is clearly memeing on what they did, but it's true. It's like companies think this way, that, you know what, the customer's always wrong, we are right, we need to be toxic just like they are, even though we're really not. We're just criticizing the products, which should be a good thing, because if people are criticizing your content, that means we want you to do better. Now, in my previous video about Unbound, I did compare this situation to the Saints Row one because, of course, we saw the official Saints Row Reboot account attack people and say haters are gonna hate, and just getting mad that people were criticizing the game. But there's a big difference here, and that's that the Saints Row Reboot account never apologized to critics. They never apologized for going at people and attacking us. They simply played it off like, hey, we don't need you as our customers. And in this case, they are apologizing, so I do give them credit for that. I don't think that anyone should be fired over this situation. I know that some people in the comments are saying they deserve to be fired. I just think that they need a stern talking to and being told, hey, you really should be careful with what you tweet at people on this account. And I mean, at the end of the day, I know that, you know, this is probably going to turn a couple of people off from the game, but at least they did apologize. At least they came out and tried to fix the situation. It shouldn't have been a situation in the first place, though, but I do have to give them credit for that. This game launches in just a couple of days, and I know a lot of people are still really excited for it, but I hope for their sake that this game isn't absolutely trash, because if it comes out and it's a bad game along with this controversy, it is going to be review bombed to hell and back. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.